Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
Alrighty, let's begin our second lesson of Chapter 1. This is called Analyzing a Game. This lesson is going to kind of fit in with rules of probability and likelihood, and we'll get more into that quite a bit into it actually as we progress through 7th grade math. But today we're just going to kind of look and try to figure out what makes a game a fair game. And so I presented this question for us just to begin with. Why do football teams flip a coin at the beginning of a game? And the answer that I'm looking for is not to see who goes first or who kicks off. No, that's not what the question is really. The question is, why flip a coin, right? If you're playing a board game and we have to decide who goes first, we'll often have you roll dice to see who goes first. Why roll a die? What's the point of flipping a coin or rolling a die to determine who goes first, okay? So that's kind of where we're going with this lesson, this intro lesson to the probability that we'll be working on later on throughout the year. Okay, so let's read through this introductory paragraph. Have you ever watched someone win a game again and again? Do you think that person just has good luck? In many cases, winners have strategies that increase their chances of winning. How can you develop a winning strategy? Today, you will start to answer this question. Later in the course, you will learn more about analyzing a game. So throughout this course, it will be important for you to describe and explain your ideas. In this lesson, you will play a game called Colorama. As you play, describe any patterns that you notice. Also, explain your thinking about why certain choices might be better than others. And when I say, or when they say explain, if we were working in our groups, you'd be able to have conversations with each other, explain your thinking and your reasoning. Here, just think about it. Paying close attention to what is happening as you play can give you ideas for developing a winning strategy. All right, so the name of the game is Colorama, and I think rather than read through all of this, I know how the game works. You can access this game, by the way, by going to the online CPM textbook. Go to problem number 7, Colorama, and this is the Colorama student tool, okay? So there is what we got here, and what we've got here is a starting point. And the way the game is supposed to work is it's supposed to be me against the class, and you get to pick what color you think this blue dot is going to land on, and I get to pick which color I think it's going to land on, and we can't both choose the same color, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to flip 3 coins. We're going to do one at a time. And if it's a tails, you move the blue dot in this direction, and if it's a head, you move the blue dot in this direction. Okay? And we're going to do 1, 2, 3 flips of the coin, and at the end, whoever has the correct color wins. Okay? So, with that being the case, that's how the rules would work. Do you think one color is a better choice than the other colors if you want to win? Feel like there's an equally likely chance that any one of these colors could be the winner and you just go with luck? Or do you think maybe there's a winning strategy we could possibly apply here? One way to answer these questions is to play a game and then keep track of what happens. So this is what I would like for you to do. We have a place where we can do this on here. Yeah, let's just do this on this page. Don't worry about these questions yet, or actually, hold on for a second. Let me pause. I'm going to fix this a little bit. Voila, magic, I fixed it. So what I would like for you to do is in your journals, I would like for you to write down these 3 colors here. Should I color code those? Should I do that? Would that be nice? No, that's too much trouble. Okay, we'll just leave it like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to play the game. And we're going to look and see if there is one that is the correct one. Or maybe I should say this a little bit better. Which one is more likely, if there is one that's more likely to happen. So if we play the game 10 times, which one pops up the most? If we do it 20 times, which one pops up the most, the winning color, okay? Now, I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to give the class green, and I'm going to choose the color yellow. Okay, I don't know why this is there. Get that out of there. You don't belong in that. There's 3 colors. Okay. So if it lands on green, you win. If it lands on yellow, I win. Okay. Does this seem like this is a fair game where I'm the one choosing which color you have to take? Does that sound fair to you? Probably not, right? What if I said, all right, we'll switch it. Now, does it make it fair? I don't know. Just in terms of the fact that I'm the one making the choices and you don't get a choice doesn't seem very fair to me. All right, but that has nothing to do about the probabilities. Now let's actually play the game, and after we play each time, we're going to make a little tick mark here for which one was the winner, okay? Remember, if green wins, all glory to you. If yellow wins, all glory to me. If purple wins, then neither one of us win. How's that sound? Now, one other thing, why am I doing this? What's going on? All right, let's just go ahead and play. So if the first one's, did it go? Did it go? There it goes. Heads. Heads is 1 to the right. Come on. There you go. Heads is another to the right. Ooh, and we got one more. Heads. Hooray. Guess who won the first one? Me. I'm the winner. Let's play it again. Move this guy over. Heads. Heads. Come on, is it always going to be heads? Oh, finally tails. Okay, so it looks like purple won this one. So let's go ahead and put a little tick mark for purple. So nobody won that, so I'm ahead 1-0 with 1 purple. You want to switch colors? We can switch colors if you want to. Why don't I give you purple, and I'll take yellow. Okay, so let's try this again now. Heads, oops, I'm sorry, gotta start here. So heads puts it purple, then tails puts back in the middle, and then heads. Oh, purple wins. That would be yours if you had purple. I just gave you purple, so that's great. All right, so let's just go ahead and continue doing this 10 times and see what we notice. Okay, so tails, tails, heads would be tails, tails, heads. Purple wins. Good job. Oh, what is going on here? There we go. Purple wins again. So far, 4 times we've played, purple's won 3 out of the 4 times. That's 75%. Green has not won at all, and yellow has won 1 time. All right, let's go back here, and let's do flip. Oh, we got tails, tails, tails. So what do we have here? We've got a yellow is the winner. So out of 5 times, yellow has won twice, purple has won 3 times. Okay, so what do we got here? Heads, tails, tails. Heads, tails, tails. Who's the winner? It is purple. That's not very good. Let's move that over a little bit. There we go. Boom. And let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. We've got heads, 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 and yellow is the winner. Boom. What is that? 7 times. We've got 3 more to play, and then we're going to analyze our results. Tails, heads, heads. Tails, heads, heads, making purple the winner. So we're going to roll it 10 times. We've already got at least half the time it was purple. And only 30%, well, no, let's not even talk about percents right now until we get all 10 of them done. So, heads, 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 heads. That's a yellow winner. Boom. And then the last one, let's see if we can even this out between yellow, and why isn't green winning, I wonder. 1, 2, 3. Tails, heads, heads. All right. 6 out of 10 times, which is 60%, purple was the winner. 0 out of 10 times, which is 0%, green was the winner, or not the winner. And then yellow was 4 out of 10, which is 40% of the time the yellow one. Now, I don't know, we might play this a little bit more and some of these will change, but I'm just wondering, is the green right there, is that a fluke? The fact that it never won? Okay, so is there any color you would choose that would guarantee you're winning the game every time that you play? Is that what we saw in our results here? Was there any color that guaranteed that we would win? No, because sometimes purple won, sometimes yellow won. Green never won. So we could say no to that. Is there any color that would guarantee that you would not win? And that one looks to be, yes, it looks to be green is the one that would never win. Now the question is, why? What's going on here that makes it impossible for green to win? This is where it would be wonderful to have you in class where we could have a bunch of people bouncing their ideas off of each other, raising their hand and contributing to the discussion. I can't hear what thoughts are inside your head. So it looks like if you're going to roll 3 times, on the first roll, you may move to the right or you may move to the left, correct? On the next roll after that, you're either going to go to green or you're going to go back to the start. Either way, if you went to the right, the second roll, you're either going to, or the second flip of the coin, you're either going to go to green or you're going to go back to the start, which leaves you in a position, if you're back at the start, there's only one more spin, you're either going to go left or right, you're going to be guaranteed a purple. If you're here, you're either going to go 1 to the right, you're going to go 1 to the left, which is going to guarantee you either the yellow or the purple. Oh, now I'm figuring out why this guy was up there. All right, that's an equally impossible one, right? Because you're either going to go to the right, to the left, and then to the right again. I mean, how are you ever going to land on the gold color or the green color? It's never going to happen, okay? So one could say here, is there a color you could also never land back where you started, okay? Now, what if we change the rules a little bit? Could we change the rules and I guess that's not where we are. Could we change the rules and make it so green could be a winner? You know, you could entertain some different thoughts about that. What would it take to get it so green could be the winner? Maybe we only flip the coin twice. In which case, if we only had 2 coins, which one would be impossible? You could certainly get to the red or to the purple. You could make it back to the starting point, which is like a goldish color. Would you ever make it to yellow? No, you would not. Okay, so by adding coins or removing coins, you can change the winning strategy for a game like this. Now, do you think purple does have a higher likelihood than yellow? And you think about that. In our experiment here, when we only did it 10 times, 60% of the time was purple and 40% was yellow. I wonder if we did this 100 times, if we would continue to see the purple outpacing the yellow. If you want to explore that a little further, remember, this game is on your CPM online book. You can play this at home. You can do it as many times you want to see which one comes up more often. Okay, so which brings us, we're not going to do this question right here, which brings us to the last part. Is your new game a fair game? If not, could you make it fair? Work with your team to find a way to explain how you know your game is fair or why it is not fair. So, first off, having you be able to choose the colors and not me giving the color to you, I think would make it more of a fair game, right? But other than that, if you get to choose your color and I get to choose my color, is this a fair game? Do you have to choose green? No. No one's making you take the green. Could you choose purple? Could you choose yellow? Knowing what you know about the game and the likelihood of landing on any one of these given colors is important for developing a winning strategy. So just understanding and analyzing the game and how it works, You know, if you don't think about it at all and you just randomly pick colors and hope to win, you could win. But more than likely, if you're playing against an opponent that analyzes the game and thinks about what the probabilities are and what it takes to win the game, you're probably going to be at a disadvantage. So always think through the game. So let's come back to this. What makes a game fair? Think back to that first question. Why do we flip a coin? Why would you roll dice to decide who's going to start a game? And the answer is this. What makes a game fair is if every participant has an equal chance of winning. So when you come back to this, you say, well, the green doesn't have an equal chance of winning. We saw that, with our results. I said, no. That's not what we're talking about. The game is based on whether or not you flip a head or a tail, which direction it's going to go. So you don't get to just choose which direction you're going to go. It depends on the flip of the coin. Is the flipping a coin a fair game? What's the probability of flipping heads? The probability of flipping heads, there's one head out of two sides of the coin, that's 50%. What's the probability of flipping a tails? One out of two sides are tails, that is also 50%. So they are equally likely. If you were going to roll dice, what's the likelihood that you're going to get a number 1 or a number 2 or a number 3 or so on and so forth? Every one of those probabilities is the same. So if you want to decide who's going to go first when playing a board game, sorry, I must have fixed my eye there. Flipping a coin is equally likely for any number that you choose. So everybody has an equal chance, the same probability of rolling the highest number on the die. If flipping a heads is what it takes to win, you've got a 50-50 chance. It's equally likely that you would flip a head or a tails. So that's the key. When is a game fair? The game is fair if every participant playing the game has an equally likely chance of winning. Now, you can still choose poorly as far as your strategy is concerned. But the probabilities are the same. So that is today's lesson. Go ahead, move on to the homework. We will be analyzing games a little bit more. We'll be exploring probabilities a little bit more as we progress through the year, through the textbook. There are lots of lessons that we'll be working with. So good luck on your homework, and we will check that homework tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Bye.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk